Hello. Right, good. This is working. So I want to do another video on teleporter rings. I will put a link in the description to the blueprints I'm using because my friend updated it and it's a lot. Is it a lot more straightforward? Yes, it is a lot more straightforward. So I'm quite advanced in the game. As you can see, this is my novice base. This is Vulcanus. Yeah, ignore that. This is Galeba. I quite like the European way of pronouncing it. Galeba sounds better than Gleba. And Fulgora is, well, I mean, that's Fulgora, isn't it? I haven't got to the Aquila stage where we can start filling in these oceans. Let's focus on Novus today. Novus. Let's start on the home planet. And I've got this facility here that makes electrolyte. And I would like to export electrolyte to Fulgora. So, I have it on a train here, and as you can see, it's loading up, and eventually this will load up, and it's going to go to the unload station, which is here. Why am I doing this? Very simple. I like to have resources on the train network. It makes it easier for me in the future when I come to expand things, where I just go, oh, let's make a train station, add some more trains, and then it's all done. So we'll have an unload station here, and I'm going to show you these blueprints I'm using. So before I do that, because it's getting to this stage, and I've just started compiling it yesterday, I have a list of teleporter IDs which I'm using. So do you see that? So if I look here, I think the next available digits is 722 and 723. So I'll use that, and I'll say the resource is electrolyte. It's from It's from Novice, and it's going to. I keep putting Golfora. I don't know why I get so twisted on it. And then I'll put size of train. And for whatever reason, these ones are there. They have a different formatting to those. I don't know why. So anyway, 722 and 723. That's the pertinent bit, right? So if I go back to this, 722 and 723. That's what I want. So let's just move that down there. So I'm going to use the first of the blueprints. So that's teleport sender. So I'll have there, right? And fluid. Oh yeah, this is the other thing. This blueprint deals better with fluids, because that other one I showed you, not too bad. So 722 and 723. 723, right there, like so. And let's go ahead to Fulgora. And here's my science thing. And as you can see, it uses electrolytes, holmium, and accumulators, well, supercapacitors. But it's not doing that because this is all full. So this looks like a vacant spot. Oh, it'd be really nice if I could line it up, but unfortunately that's in the way. So we'll do a teleport receiver, right, like so. Oh, hey, this is going to work. Right, item, fluid, electrolyte. So 722 is the sender, and the receiver, which is this platform, is 723, like so. Yeah. I'll put in a substation so everything gets powered, like so. And that's it. Right, so I'll go back to Novice. Oh yeah, we should have a substation there. This teleporter won't work if it doesn't have a substation. I was saying to a friend, I said, hey, can you figure out why the substation isn't working? And it's like, yeah, you haven't powered the combinators. So I had power for the teleporter because I had a substation there, but I didn't have one there, and that's why it wasn't working. So now, let us go and build a locomotive. And fluid wagons. We can have a maximum of 4. I don't know why that is. It just is. And I have a loaded somewhere here for ammonia. Is this the ammonia one? Yeah, here's the ammonia one. So I'll just copy and paste that. No point in reinventing the wheel when I've already got it here ready. So, like so, there. And do that there, like so. Right, so that should get connected eventually. Now we look in the combinators, and we have a value of 16,000. Is that what a Mark 1 fluid wagon does? Well, in my case, I know that when these 4 wagons are loaded, or cars, it's actually this number. That's 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. So I have a million in there. Or you know what? Let's give this a colour. That's sort of a dark pink, mauve. So we'll do that. Then we'll bring that down there. Bit of green. A bit of green makes it. No. Take away the green. It's a bit darker than that. I think that's the right colour. So now we take to the train. You go to the teleporter station. We put you on automatic. And that means when it's full, when this condition is satisfied, where it reaches 1 million, as you can see, those numbers are going up there, it will eventually activate the teleporter ring and it will go to its destination. So we'll just wait a while for this. I thought I would have been... I was... Much to the lamentations of my friends, they don't like the lack of planning I do in these bases. I mean, you look at this, and it seems fairly organised. But when I first started doing it, I was just like, oh, I'll use any old random bloody number. And unfortunately, it turns out that the human brain is not really that random, and there's some numbers I like more than others. And unfortunately, that means I had train stations or teleporter stations going to the same destination with disastrous consequences. And I stopped playing for a few weeks, and the reason being is I just had to go and I had to come back to it and be more organised. So when you're at this sort of station, like, can I show you how many teleporters I've got? Yeah, can you see? Lots of 700 numbers. There's a 3,000 in there. A 2,117. I'm very fond of that number. 211, 100, 710, 10, 31, 9. Not really fond of numbers below 100. As you can see, lots of 700s there. But the 700s is because I'm being systematic now that I'm using the spreadsheet. And you can see there's a few that don't have ID and then a number prefix. Those are the ones which are hand-built. And I use them to teleport warehouses full of items as well as myself between planets. It's why I've given them like nice little symbols like the planet. I call them Ra because it's Stargate. And then I put a little symbol like Fulgor is scrap and Glaber is pentapods and... well, no surprises for guessing what Volcanus is known for. And then, of course, Novice is trees. I don't know why this is so funny, but it is. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't be laughing. Anyway, how are we on that next load of electrolyte? Well, we got 400. So it'll be 500,000 electrolyte there. I mean, I could expand this in the meantime. Shall I do that? I think that's probably a sensible idea. What if I expand it downwards? Would that not be easier? He says. Probably going to regret doing that. I also regret putting up so close there. Yeah. Really what I'm trying to demonstrate is this train working, because of course it would be nice it's all well and good saying, "Oh, take my word for it, this definitely works," because, you know, I've got an entire base that works on this automated teleportation system. But if I'm watching one of these videos, I want to be like, can you show it working? Shall I pause it? Yeah, let's pause it and get to the next bit. So I'll pause it, and when it's ready, I'll come back. I very nearly missed it, so if I unpause the game, let's try and be quick about this, right? No, not there. Look, the train is at 999. Oh, that's so close, isn't it? Do you know what's strange about this? Like, I've got two electrolyte trains. They each carry 500,000. This train carries 1,000,000. So where's that 999? Does that mean... I mean, there's some fluid in the pumps. Is that the only thing that's holding it off? Yeah, because if you look, there's no fluid in these pumps. There's a little bit of fluid in those pumps. That must be where it is. Anyway, if I go back here, I've expanded things somewhat, but it's not working because we don't have light oil. I need to expand oil refining in this. But look, there's probably just enough there to get it going. So let's just send you on, like so. Now, part of me's thinking, oh, why don't I bring in light oil from Fulgura and do cracking? Well, the problem with that is I need the room for the cracking facilities in Fulgura. So anyway, here it is, and there it is. So now all I've got to do is build an extractor system on it, which is very simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this, right? And then I'll go to Fulgura. And why did I do that? That was literally in the right place. Well, it's a bit out of the way. So anyway, I've proven that it works. I've shown you my very useful spreadsheet. And normally I use LibreOffice, but I thought, well, you know, if ever my friends come and play with it, it'll be good to have a cloud-hosted spreadsheet, and then we'll be able to collaborate on it, and multiple people can edit it rather than just someone saying to me, "Oh, I've made a teleporter. Its numbers are this and this," because then also they'll be like, "Hey, what numbers are vacant?" And then I'd have to, you know, it's just a lot easier if everybody can collaborate on it. Although I think my base has now got to the stage where it's so vast that it's just me working on it now, which is fine. You know, other people have lives and they got to do things. I wouldn't have been able to do this without the work of my friends, though. So, you know, I don't want to sound dismissive. I feel that's a bit gauche. Anyway, here's it working. Link in the description for both of these blueprints, the transporter and receiver, and the sender and receiver. And this is why when you get to a point where you've got more than 10, I'd recommend, you should really use a spreadsheet to start jotting down these numbers so you don't get destination conflicts. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.